Aloha, friends and family, and welcome back to the channel. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have been sensing some urgency on the part of humanity when it comes to the massive changes that you have coming there on your world. There are massive changes coming, of course, because you all are evolving your consciousness. The massive changes are not coming to make everything better for those who are not doing the work on themselves that they need to do and that they incarnated to do in this lifetime. So looking at massive changes on your world as the answer to the problem is to not understand what is at the heart of everything. At the heart of everything is the consciousness you are holding. You can demonstrate to yourself this truth anytime you want. All you have to do is let your normal and natural reaction to something be what it is, and then shift your perception by stepping back from it and seeing the bigger picture. And when you do that, you recognize that everything changed because you changed. This can be done with every little circumstance in your life. So when it comes to the massive changes that you all seek to see on your world, recognize that the shifting of the consciousness of humanity is the predecessor to those changes. Now, as individuals, you can look outside of yourselves for the major shifts in your economies, your governments, your educational systems, and so on. Or you can feel for those shifts within you and spread the light and love that you find within yourself so that others may benefit from your expanded consciousness, from your new perspective. We know that it would be nice to wake up one morning and be told that this major change had occurred on your world. Suddenly, free energy is available, for example, on your world, and anyone can access it. The clean energy that removes any need for fossil fuels would be something that most humans would welcome with open arms, and that day is coming. But before that day comes, you will all be shifting internally, running a cleaner energy, so to speak, within yourselves, and you will be collectively creating that reality. You don't need to be impatient about these shifting energies and circumstances that you want to experience outside of you. Let's hope my voice can not shift too bad. You can go within you right now and find that cleaner energy within to run through your system, and you can create the outside world to reflect that work that you've done, and others will follow in your footsteps. You will create a grassroots movement that has nothing to do with politics and everything to do with people. This is how you will create the changes. the massive changes you want to see on your world. We are very satisfied with the progress that we see all of you making there on Earth, and yet we will continue to offer our assistance. We offer you our assistance not because we think you need it. We offer our assistance because we like being a part of something as grand as a shift like the one that you are making. We have mentioned before that we are also making the shift, but our shift is much less intense and significant than a shift from a third dimensional frequency range to a fifth dimensional frequency range. You are making a gigantic leap forward, and the expansion of your consciousness is something to behold. And so we like to participate in that as much as we can, not because we want to take any of the credit, but because we like knowing that we have a purpose. And we know that you all will benefit from our perspective and experience. There's something very gratifying about that, and we know that those of you receiving this transmission can relate to what we are talking about here. You are ones who enjoy being of service for the sake of being of service. You take joy from seeing others succeed and in being a part of movement forward in someone else's journey. We know that this is true from your words, your actions, your thoughts, and from the questions that you ask us. The desire that those of you who are awake have to be of service is one of the reasons why we are very satisfied with your progress. It shows that you have evolved beyond the point of just wanting to survive or just wanting your family members to survive. You have evolved beyond the point of just wanting to get as much stuff as you can possibly get and live a life of leisure, and that indicates to us how far you have come. Now, as we say this, we also recognize that there are still a number of you who do not feel that you are doing enough or that you know exactly what to do. And to you, we want to say that it is all right for you to just continue to focus on the expansion of your consciousness. We want to say to you that you are doing plenty by sending light and love to the places where you know that it is most needed. And we want to say to you that the majority of what you are going to do for your fellow humans is yet to come. You will be finding yourselves in positions where you will have people coming to you looking for your advice and your comforting words and hugs. And you will give all of these things gladly. You are the reason why we feel so confident about the rest of humanity and their journey. It is because they have those of you who are awake and rely upon when they are going through their ascension symptoms or they're having experiences that they cannot explain. And so we see you as extensions of us. We see you as the ground crew who is able to put into word and action that which we want to give. And we see more and more of you acting from that place of wanting to help every single day. And nothing brings us more joy than to witness that. What your ascension is really about. We are in the process of becoming our overselves as you are in the process of becoming your higher selves. And we want you to realize how blessed you are to be making this transition, as difficult and challenging as the shift has been. We understand the process of shedding skin in order to be born anew, as we are going through something that is similar at this time. What we have come to realize is that the process is not about leaving behind our old identity as the ninth dimensional Arcturian Council. This is a process of becoming more of who we are. It is a process of broadening the idea of who we are and holding that knowing permanently. And so, as you move through the difficult experiences that you are having, and you feel that you are losing yourself in the process, remember that the experience you are having is one of becoming more, not less. Your ego can cling to who you have been. Your ego can certainly identify with the aspects of you and see it as the most significant aspect. But in those moments, it is important to remember that the process of becoming is about including more of the real self. So what you are shedding are ideas that are false. You are shedding the filters that prevent you from seeing yourselves clearly as the beings of love and light that you truly are. You don't have to wrestle with yourselves through this process. Instead, you want to give in to the process. You want to surrender the false self in order to become more of your whole self. And sometimes that means letting go of what you have used to identify yourselves as. It can be very hard on your pride to realize that you are not your accomplishments, your good deeds, and your status in the world. You are a part of something that is much bigger than all of those things combined and more. And so it is most beneficial to all of you to see yourselves as your world, as this galaxy, and as this universe of ours, and to let yourselves be in the flow. This is the best possible experience you can have, and sooner or later, even your ego recognizes this as truth. Becoming who you really are is more about letting go than it is about climbing a ladder. And if this transmission is resonating with you, then you have let go of that notion, and you have let go of much more that has been holding you back in your becoming. And let us become even more. Places, you can feel the frequencies and vibrations inherent in the sites. You know that there are keys there, and you know that there are messages, that there is something locked within that once existed and will surface again. In the same way, human beings have something hidden within them that is very valuable for the evolution of the universe. We refer to this data as the codes and master numbers, geometric formula of light that are integral to recreating and producing life forms throughout this universe. Human beings have been tucked away, hidden, and forgotten in the antiquities of time ever since their DNA was rearranged, because it is in the distant past of the chronicles of time when the species was alive and vibrating very differently. That time has been forgotten or shelved by some. As we have said, you have been in quarantine, almost as if you have been in the dungeons of time for so long that as the new eras have come forward, they have forgotten that you have been there. There are those, however, who have not forgotten. They have sent you on assignment to change all of this, to bring memory forward, and to bring the value of human existence back to the forefront of creation. You are needed because you carry something that many other species have no idea of: emotion. And just as you need to work together to bring your own selves into a wholeness and richness of multidimensional being, there are those who are striving to catapult the entire universe into a new octave, a reach toward the creation of new territory. The keepers of time know where the data is locked, and you have been found. You have been selected to bring it into the light. We have come forward or backward from our time period to assist those of you on assignment to unlock the annals of human DNA. We are here to help you rearrange them within your own being, and then to become part of the living library. As we have mentioned, what is occurring on Earth is going to affect things in many places. Energy is being sent here at this time to redirect certain universal forces so that they will come into alignment and bring this universe into simultaneous awareness of its identity. What is in Earth is like a locked away secret in the chronicles of time, and it has to do with emotion. In this gift of emotion, there is wealth and richness. There is incredible ability to transcend many different realities and move through the experiences in many different states of awareness. Emotion allows certain energies to coalesce, fuse, bond, and come together in realization of themselves. Without emotion, that bond could not be. There are those existing in this universe who are very ancient and who have come to the realization of what this place is. They have been working for eons. They are ancient elders even to our system, and they are honored as great wise men and women in your terms, although they are not men or women at all. They are thought of as the keepers of existence in this system. They are the ones who make the movements and drive the system like a pilot drives a ship. They steer this universe on its course. That is their job. Just like you have jobs, their job is to steer this universe on a course of discovery. They have discovered from their own learning and journey that they must connect with other universes. And oneness, and love, and unity, and light. There is a plan to catapult and send energy into new experience. At this time, Earth and a number of other systems where you simultaneously exist are instrumental in the reemergence of emotion, with the purpose of comprehending all identities compacted into one. The universes are discovering what they can do by coming together and interworking, just as you are discovering what you can become. There is no preconceived idea of what will happen. This is new territory. Emotion is the key to all of this. As human beings, you need emotion to connect you with your spiritual self. Emotion is essential to understanding spirituality because emotion generates feeling. The mental body and physical body are very linked, as are the emotional body and spiritual body. The spiritual body is, of course, the body that exists beyond physical limitation. You need emotions to comprehend the non-physical, which is why emotions have been so controlled upon this planet. You have been allowed very little room emotionally and have been encouraged to feel powerless or frightened. Many of you don't want to go beyond these emotional barriers and through your personal boundaries because it might be painful. You'd like to say abracadabra and just have them be gone. Pain brings you feeling. If you can feel in no other way, sometimes, in order to capture your attention as a stubborn human, you create pain to show yourself the range of your abilities and to bring yourself into life. In this way, you can feel the richness of being alive. Most human beings are afraid of their emotional or feeling center. They are afraid to feel. Trust your feelings no matter what they are. Trust that they lead you to something and that the way you feel can bring you realization. You all want to be in life and be removed from it at the same time. You say, let me just be here and be a powerful person, but I don't want to feel or participate too much because it hurts too much and then I will get sucked down. I don't trust life. When you are not afraid of feeling and you move past judgment and allow yourself to feel all the ways you feel, you will have a tremendous breakthrough because you will be able to ride feeling into other realities. Some of you are afraid to feel and participate in this reality, let alone ride into other realities, because you do not trust your feelings. If you wish to have an acceleration, dive into something that brings up feeling. Stop skirting the issue so that you can think you are in control. Dive in the middle of it and then see if you are in control. You don't know what to do with them when you have them. They bring up a sense of powerlessness within you. So you associate feeling with a sense of, oh no, I blew it. You have a boundary in your belief system that states that when something comes up that is emotional and brings pain or anger, then it is not good. It is time to stop tiptoeing around things and avoiding your emotions. Anger serves a purpose. All of you want to get finished with it. You want to sweep it under the rug and act as if it is no good. You act like it is rotten vegetables. Throw it out and bury it in the back garden as if there is no purpose to it. We are emphasizing that there is a purpose to fear and a purpose to anger. If you would allow yourselves to express and experience your fears, which might lead to the expression of your anger, you would learn something. Those of you who want desperately to avoid fear and anger, and who are really afraid of these feelings, have something great to learn through these emotions. They are techniques that move you beyond your personal boundaries of identity and behavior, and you are simply afraid to experience this. Most of the time, all you want is to be accepted. You feel that no one will like you if you do certain things or feel certain ways, so you don't give yourself permission to have those certain feelings. That is where the anger comes from. You have anger because you make judgments about what you can and cannot do. If you do not give yourself permission to feel, you cannot learn. Feeling connects you with life. Feelings serve a variety of purposes in human beings. We encourage all of you to please trust and cultivate and rely on your feelings. Understand that your feelings are your ticket to ride into multidimensional realities, where you must go if you are seriously playing this game. In multidimensional realities, you learn to hold and focus many different versions of yourself at once. Feelings can take you to these places, particularly feelings that you trust. Many of you are very suspicious and masterful over your feelings. You will not allow certain feelings to come forward, or you judge them when they come up, instead of observing where they take you or what they do for you. Because you have fear of something, you keep yourself from experiencing it because you put up a wall that says, if I go there, it is bad. You put the brakes on. In actuality, your fear will eventually energize the experience into your realm of development, because all thought is drawn into form based on the emotional influence behind it. So sometimes the greatest thing to do is simply say, what the heck, I will go there. I surrender. Then deal with being there and don't worry about being centered while you are in your feeling center. If you intend to go into your feeling center and always be in control, you are not giving yourself the range of movement that is needed to ride the emotions that knock down boundaries and belief systems. Anger has its purpose. Anger is not purposeless, and pain is not purposeless. They all lead you to something. You can make an intention to go into your feeling center and learn how to be centered there while you explore the opportunities. If you say, I am going to be centered there, it sounds as if you won't allow yourself any movement within it. Instead, just intend to have a centeredness. A centeredness does not mean that things don't fluctuate. It means that you allow things to fluctuate. Whether a boat is ready to tip over or is in calm water, you allow it. You ride it. Then you get out of the event either in calm ride or a rough ride. Your emotions are not just food for others, they are food for the self. This is how you nourish yourself and create your identity. This is your identity as frequency through your emotions. Emotions feed you and feed your call letters into existence. You are going to deal with each of your boundaries simply because that is what you do not want to do. You would love to say, golden stardust, eliminate all that has limited me. Boom, I am free. Ideally, it would be so simple. That is a classic example of wanting to recruit and bypass the feeling center. You have certain emotional beliefs or feelings that assist in making these boundaries outside of yourself. So when you break a boundary, you have to deal with the emotion that put the boundary there in the first place. Through your emotional body, you are connected to your spiritual body. You may want to bypass something that is difficult, yet you have to feel your way through it. You want to sweep difficult things under the rug and say, I do not want to do these. When the difficult things are your gemstones, even if you discover you have 100,000 boundaries, do not feel frustrated. Simply say, this is interesting. This is interesting. This is interesting. Look at the boundaries you have set up, and instead of swearing at them, simply observe them and see if you can discover how they came about. See what purpose they served, what grocery store you shopped in when you bought those items. As soon as you acknowledge and recognize and are willing to release something, it moves. When you cling or have fear or think, I like that boundary, that serves me very well, then you limit yourself. You must learn to love your emotions. As long as you describe something as difficult, you are making it difficult. You are resisting and judging the changes coming about. You are feeling that you don't know what is going on, and you wish to be in control. Control is something very convenient and very handy. It must be applied at the right place, at the right time, like super glue. Super glue in the wrong place doesn't do much good. Do you ever super glue your hands or lips together? You must learn to exercise control in the way you use super glue. If you screw up with super glue, you get stuck and you can't do anything. Control is the same way. You get stuck with it, and it sticks you to something that you don't need to be stuck to. You must be very selective about what you decide to control or not control. The old human pattern or the paradigm that exists says you must be in control. You, as a member of the family of light, are having an awakening. You need your emotions. You must become friends with your emotions, because through feelings, you can climb the ladder to the multidimensional self and the 12 chakra system and explore what you discover. Through feelings, you can tell if something is going on or not. The logical mind will disinvolve itself when something is going on if the body is not plugged into feeling. Feeling registers frequency change. Logical mind does not register frequency change. You are experiencing an awakening of frequency change. You are being led to change many portions of your life and to give up many things. Don't resist the changes and feel out of control because you don't know what is coming, and it appears that your emotions are getting in your way. Your emotions are simply wanting to show you something. You don't like it because you think your emotions are interfering or will embarrass you. Get clever. Next time you come into one of these emotional situations, say to yourself immediately, "All right, I know what is going on. I am not getting caught in this one. I know there is something here for me to learn and something for me to change. I believe that I am guided and that I am following a blueprint, so I will check out what is in this for me by not judging it and by going with the flow. I request that all my changes come in joy and safety and harmony. That is my decree. Everything in my evolution I am intending is covered by that. I experience joy and safety and harmony, so I will go with this energy and see what is changing for me and what I need to give up. When your memories are not intact and you have not cultivated trust inside yourself, you shut down because you don't understand what is occurring when you are made ready for change. It is imperative for people to trust the feeling center and operate within it. When stuff activates your feeling center and brings you into discomfort, face the feelings that you do not like. This is your essence. These feelings are your jewels, your treasures, and your gems from which you can learn about your identity. They are your springboard, and you are never finished with them. You cannot shove them away and say, "Yuck, I don't like the me I was then." However, you can alter the you who perceived reality in that way. As you continue to become aware and gain a vast comprehension of who you are, you can look back at that entity in that place and have a whole new realization of who you were then. This process is ongoing. You will begin to see it in one another. Honor your friends as they go through their stuff. Just don't get involved in it. If it is for you, do it, but don't help others prolong their dramas. It is time to move through stuff, not to stage a 365-day Broadway run with it. We suggest telling your stories once or twice or 3 times, and that is it. You don't need to tell everyone everything, because everyone else has their stuff occurring too. Do you understand? When you continually speak about your stuff, you are missing the point, because you are talking instead of doing and seeing what you are telling yourself. By talking to everyone about what is going on with you, you are simply wanting to get attention, and you don't need to do that. Events are ongoing, and you never really finish with them because they are your stuff. If something is painful for you at the time, we guarantee you later you will encounter a situation that is similar, and you will have gained a compassion that you never had before. You will see the situation all in a different perspective. What is coming up now are the things that originally blocked you from perceiving reality. These are the parts of your emotional body in which the highway system was severed and the information could not flow. So you moved into pain and translated the emotional pain out of your physical body. We recommend to all of you that you receive body work. Body work simply involves bringing energy from outside the cosmos into your body, infusing it with your other bodies, mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual, and making the energy grid fit. Where the energy grid fits, and you don't block cellular memory, and you allow energy to step into your body, the energy moves through your chakras and feeds your body its data. When you are afraid, or you shut down, or when you blame someone else, or when you are in denial, you get stuck. Then, even though light floods into your body, it does not fit with the grid work. So you are in chaos, and everybody else wants to stay away from you because you emanate chaos. Chaos is a fine place to be. There is nothing wrong with chaos as long as you don't permanently dwell there. When you deny emotion, you are asking for major earth changes to take place within your psyche. When you allow a tornado here, or hurricane there, or a small volcanic eruption here and there, you are allowing your emotions freedom of expression, and they will not run rampant over your personal environment. Feeling is what connects you to your humanity. Feeling is what connects you to your emotions. Emotions connect you in this realm of existence to your spiritual body. What we are saying is that emotions or feelings are the key to being alive in this reality. Many realities exist without emotions, but in this reality, they are your greatest gift. If you deny your emotional self in this lifetime, then you had best realize that you have hung it up. If you are not going to be part of your emotional self, then you are never going to make the game we are talking about. You will simply be one of the masses who watches television and feels like a victim over and over again. If you are feeling pain within your emotional body, ask yourself why you believe the pain is there, what purpose the pain serves, and why you are choosing to create pain through your emotions. Why is it not your choice to create joy? All is choice. We need to remind you of this. Earth's initiation through integrity. Namaste, friends. We leave you in the love and the light of the infinite Creator.